Hi guys, before this video officially starts, I just want to say I'm going to be covering some very sensitive topics in today's video, like, mental health and even death, so this is going to be a hard one. So, I just want to say hi, and I want to answer the question of where have I been lately. Like, I know I haven't been making a lot of content recently, I know I haven't been streaming a lot. It, it mainly boils down to I have a lot on my plate right now. I've been doing a lot currently, um, and there's a lot of stuff that goes down in, in my current life, especially at the beginning of the year. I know when I first started streaming, I nearly did like daily streams, and that ultimately resulted in a burnout for me. And now with, more advanced stuff, not just streaming off an iPhone 7, I'm more free to do what I want, like how I want. But lately, I've just been hit with like a lot of heavy stuff recently that just sort of stopped me from being able to, stream a lot and edit videos. One of those being the fact that school is starting to really catch up with me. Currently almost finishing my junior year in high school. I have my senior year next year. I'm going to Japan in June, which I'm nervous for. Uh, and with a lot of stuff that's been happening to me at school, with like people spreading rumors about me about stuff I never did, and it was hard for me to deal with that. And this was 2 years ago, and people still send me threats and yeah, all that. And school was one thing, but something that has recently popped up was the recent passing of my father. It was hard for me and my family. It really was. And the reason I'm making this video today is because it happened today, 3 months ago. On February 6th, um, I was in the middle of class until I got pulled out. And then I go downstairs of the school, and then I see my grandmother at the front desk, and she drives me and my siblings to the hospital where my dad's there in critical condition, and we weren't sure if he was going to make it out. Later, about like 3 or 4 hours, we did a DNR, and he flatlined right in our eyes, and it was really hard. We went home, and I just didn't know what to do. It was really hard for me to do all this because I'm at the time I was 16. I'm currently 17 right now. With my birthday was a few weeks after that. But being so young and having a parental figure leave you is is not something I want to happen to anyone. And it was hard for me to, cope with stuff. And lately, I say lately, it's just been mostly this entire year. The things that got me back on my feet and rolling were my family and friends. I spend so much time with them. That's why I haven't been streaming a lot. I just want time for me and my friends. That's really it. And that's mostly what I've just been doing. That's really it. Just lazing around and just doing stuff for myself, which sounds selfish, and I realize that. But something I do think is that my sibling on the day that he passed away said this better. My dad would rather I spend time with the people I love than sulking around doing nothing. And I think those are great words to live by. I know one of my friends approached me at school. He just gave me a hug and told me to keep my head up, and that was, a really good thing to hear. I know a month later, like a month and a half later, in like March, we had our burial, and it was really hard for me to just see my dad. It was hard, and it was just hard to look at him because he was completely different. But and I really love my father. And he was hard on me, but it was for the best. He was the one who gave me advice, and he was one of the people who pushed me to uh research programming so I can make my own game. I know one of the last things he bought me was the guitar that I have right next to me, and it's a really nice one. And I know he bought this for me like around October, which is the month before he got into the hospital in November, and it was I love how considerate my dad was of us and his children, and it was really hard. I had a lot of support from my friends. I know Fuse showed up to the hospital that day. It was completely unrelated, but he saw my grandmother in another room. My grandmother had like a little like a panic attack, and we had to escort her to a different room. And then during the chapel, the wake, the burial, everything, Emmy, JD, and Icky and all showed up to give their condolences to me. I remember I think I remember hugging Icky like 3 times the entire burial. It was really hard for me to do all this, and it's I'm trying my best out here. The and this one's gonna be a heavy one, but there's a moment from that hospital room that just always plays in my head almost every day. It's when it's just me and my siblings begging my father to come back. And then I remember losing feeling in my arms and legs and nearly fainting. I didn't know what to do. Later that day, I called Emmy, just started, you know, ranting to her, and I thank her for, I thank all my friends for being there for me. Even if I have a falling out with a son of them, I had a falling out with one of my friends in April, but we're cool now. A lot of the stuff has been really tough for me, and I didn't feel like no, streaming a lot because I was afraid my emotions would come out. I would just start breaking down during streams, but I I don't know. I don't think I should be afraid of that anymore. I have, the close friends with me to just help me. I have Alpha Legacy. I'm so proud of team I formed because it was just nothing but the closest friends I have to my heart. All of them, everyone in that team is very special to me in their own ways. And I just want to, give a thanks to everyone. Thanks to my friends for being there for me. Thanks to my family for, sticking with me to the end. Thanks to you guys, my viewers, to just, wait for me. The wait for the eventual day that I come back, turn on OBS, and just start streaming and doing all this stuff because I enjoy streaming. I just never want to have time for myself to do this. And that's why the past few streams have always been with a friend. I was afraid to stream alone, but I think I think I want to try more, solo streams. Um, and I know I make empty promises a lot. That's why I stopped making schedules like a year ago because I usually never follow them. But just know this: whenever I do stream, I've taken time out of my day to try to set everything up, and I find myself grateful for that because instead of just lazing around on my PC, I actually want to do something with this career I've built for the past like almost 3 years. My anniversary, it passed back in March, but everything that was going on at the time, it was hard. I didn't want to do anything, but now with everybody that has helped me throughout the years and throughout the days, I want to be grateful for everything that I've been given in my life and the people I have with me and the people I never want to lose. Thank you for sticking with me, for always being there for me. Even if you're a new viewer, even if you were there since I streamed off that goddamn iPhone 7, it it's a joy being a streamer. I get a lot of backlash a lot, but that's just of people from my school who essentially just want me dead. I've had a lot of people, and I've dealt with them. I've sort of gotten used to all this, and I know I shouldn't, but I've been hardened to all the harassment I get online and all the, threats I get. It's something that I'm grateful for, and that I think other people should be grateful for the things that they have. And just know, don't take things for granted, and always keep your head up and make sure that people will be there for you, even when you try to push them away. It is usually the best to get the help that you need because of what you don't want to give yourself. And one more thing before I almost forgot. Um, Around like a week or two after my dad's passing, our car got totaled. It was a complete loss, and it was really hard on our family because I remember my mom just came home with a sad look on her face, and I just gave her a hug because everybody needs a hug at some point. It doesn't matter who it's from, they need one. Uh, I guess I guess I'm signing off now. I do plan on streaming later today, or it's already been streamed. That depends on when this video gets uploaded. This where videos take a really long time to render, but I'll see you guys until next time. My current project is Arcane Odyssey Episode 4. Stay tuned for that. Phantom out.